Hey there, y'all. Happy Black Friday. To celebrate the Thanksgiving holiday, I figured I'd provide a startup of all four family vehicles. So to start this video off, I'm going to start up my dad's 2015 Scion XB. Format's looking a little rough. He gave the cars a bath recently, the CRV and the XB, so they look pretty nice on the outside though. $34,493 miles. An update I wanted to provide on the XB. The XB has been having a lot of brake problems. My dad has probably had to get 3 or 4 new sets of brakes since he's had this, and he's only had it for 2.5 years, and as y'all saw, close to 35,000 miles. And he was so tired of needing to get new brakes that he was just thinking about getting a brand new car, just trading in the XB and getting something new. And the type of car he was looking for was a large truck, like a Ford F-150, because since 2012, my dad and I go to the Atlanta Auto Show every year, and every time since 2013 or so, the F-150 has always been his favorite vehicle. Out of all the cars there, the F-150 has always been his favorite. So it was pretty cool because it was like he finally had an opportunity to get an F-150. The one we were looking at was a extended cab with the EcoBoost engine and rear-wheel drive, because this thing doesn't already get very good gas mileage because the powertrain's pretty old, so it only gets about 20 miles per gallon or so, and if you got an EcoBoost F-150, it would only be a couple miles per gallon difference, so it wouldn't have been a big downgrade or anything, and he'd be driving a much bigger vehicle anyway. And we went out in early October and we looked at a certified pre-owned 2014 that I found with 40,000 miles on it, and they were selling it for $27,000, and that seemed like a good price for me, but my dad wanted a trade-in value for this, and he wanted to just pay cash for the truck and not have to worry about a car payment, because the CRV still has a car payment, and they didn't want to tank the price a few grand to his budget. His budget was about 23 grand or so. So I was looking for other F-150s, and I even checked other trucks like Silverados, Rams, and none of them had very good pricing. The only truck out of all of them, because used Tacomas are so expensive and super tight inside, and the Colorado Canyon Twins, those are pretty expensive as well, used and certified pre-owned, and the only one that could work was the Nissan Frontier in terms of price. And my dad test drove a neighbor's 2011 Frontier, and he really liked it. It was the Pro 4X model, and because my neighbor had a kid and the car seat couldn't fit in the Frontier, so they ended up getting the neighbor's 2015 4Runner. But back to the truck, my dad test drove it, and he had a really hard time fitting inside because my dad's 6'4", and he's probably close to 300 pounds, so he's a bigger guy, and he had a hard time fitting inside. But if he fit well in there, we'd probably have the Frontier right now, and the XB would be on. This was like summer or so that my dad test drove this Frontier. But that was a car-related update, and we moved on from that truck hunt. My dad just changed the brakes in here on his own, and hopefully these brakes will last a while. And if it's something he has to do every 8 months, it'll just be something he buys and just does himself every 8 months. So, like I said, that's a car update, and I never shared it with y'all before, so I just figured now would be a good time to share that. Not going away anytime soon, however, is my mom's 2016 Honda CR-V EX. She loves this thing. I've had it since July 2016, and I have not made a tour on it, nor have I ever driven it. I've driven the other vehicles in the family, but I have not driven this one. But I don't really need to anymore because the RAV has so many nice features. So let's start it up. 16,614 miles. I didn't know it had that many miles on it, but over the summer my mom was having to drive like 100 miles a day sometimes, and they use this car for driving on long trips because it's just my parents at home now, so they like to do nice things together on the weekend. So it makes sense that this thing has more miles than I expected on it. But according to my mom, it's been holding up very well. Just realized that the CD player was in here. If you push this button, I think it has to be on, but if you push that button, the screen moves up, it tucks in, and the CD player's right underneath. And my parents just found out about that, so that's pretty cool. But it has a lot of really nice little features that my mom really likes, like the little lane watch camera over there, and the backup camera with the guidance sign on the screen, because as y'all know, the RAV's backup camera's just in the rear view mirror. And little things too, like the Bluetooth connectivity, able to push the message on the screen to send, like, I'm driving right now, or have the car read to you the text message. My mom really loves that. And it's got cloth seats too, and all the features she wants, like heated seats, sunroof. So the EX trim of the CRV is like exactly what my mom wanted, and I'm so glad she loves this thing. It's probably one of the proudest like car things I've found. It makes sense that they sell so many of these. They got such well-crafted interiors, just perfect dimensions, good for tall families like mine. They redesigned it right after we got this one, but this still does a great job. And it's also in this very rare orange color. CRVs are common, but not in that orange color, so makes it very, very unique. And then we're going to start up my RAV4. I filmed the most videos with this, so y'all probably know what it is. It's a 2012 Toyota RAV4 Limited, 4-cylinder front-wheel drive. I was just driving this morning. 62,497 miles, and the tire pressure light's on because it's a bit cold out. Something I was planning on doing with this is replacing this screen right here with an Entune screen. I was thinking about, I don't know when I'm going to do it. I'll have to think about it seriously more, but maybe as soon as the Christmas holiday. Going to Toyota, and there's a reason I might want to do this, and see if they can just plop in a screen with navigation and Entune, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, all that configuration, because I mean, it's really nice that I have Bluetooth in here. A lot of people my age don't have Bluetooth in their cars, but the screen makes it kind of hard to like call my mom if I'm giving landmarks, for instance, because when I'm driving home from school, I like to tell my mom when I'm getting off the interstate, and it's hard. I have to like actually grab my phone and call, because I don't know if there's a way for me to be able to just choose from here if I can just call someone. So having a touchscreen, I could be able to just probably go through and just hit and call, and I could have other stuff too, like I said, like navigation, and something that would be really nice too. That's why I might want to try through a dealer, and if they can't, that's fine, is get the backup camera rewired out of that mirror and onto this screen right here, and just have like guidance lines with it. Like, that sounds like a lot to ask, but if they're able to do it and it isn't too much extra, then I'll gladly pay for it. But RAV's been holding up very well. Tire pressure light's the only thing that's been going on, and it'll probably be getting service over the Christmas holidays, because the next mileage service was 6224, and it's 62,400 something now. So the only reason I've put as many miles on it as I have is I went home and back twice, and that's about 250 miles or so, and I did that last weekend, and I did that now. So normally I don't drive that much. Like, sometimes I can go a few days without driving, but I've been making a lot of little trips down in my college town too, so that's been piling on the miles. But I like driving anyway. It's kind of cool for me to see the odometer go up. It's just, I just love getting in my car, syncing up Bluetooth, listening to music, just driving around. Like, I went to do Sodapalooza today because that's back for Black Friday, and that was just a great excuse for me to just leave and just go on an errand, you know? Maybe I can get it washed or something. Floor mat's looking kind of, yeah, but it's all good. And my box on the roof's been holding up very well. The little stickers inside some of them have peeled off because the chair's in the water, it's just scooting around, and there's a bit of like scuff marks on the little fasteners that tighten down the box. But in terms of staying on, I've driven probably like 90 miles per hour. Well, I obviously try to slow down, and everything in the box still stays stable, stay closed, and everything still stays inside. So I've been very impressed with the performance. Like, I might take it off over Christmas or so and just clean it up a little bit, but as of right now, it's doing the job very well. This is the oldest car in our family now. Oh gosh. Having a short sister. Almost there. 98,452 miles. It'll definitely be at 100,000 miles by the time I make another video with it. From what I know, the Rogue seems to be doing pretty well. When I mentioned the thing about my screen, my dad asked my sister too if she wanted a screen, and she'll have to think about it, but even though she doesn't have Bluetooth or anything, she's still really enjoying this car. Has the Bose audio in it, which is pretty cool, but the CD player's been broken since a few months after we got it, so maybe if she got a new radio, then that issue would go away. But Rogue's been a really good car, and I definitely recommend these to anyone looking for a car because they're a pretty underrated car. A lot of people settle for vehicles like my RAV4 or Mom's CR-V, and the new ones are super nice, and even the base ones are supposed to come with this very advanced, I'm talking about the new ones, 2018, are supposed to come with a very advanced like safety suite that has like keeps your car centered and stuff. So that sounds very nice. Say, because I don't see my sister very often. I don't really know much about if there's been anything going on with the Rogue, but so, this concludes my Black Friday startups. Thanks y'all so much for watching, and have a great day.